Hey guys, what's up? It's Brad with Techbuds-Solutions. I'm just gonna give you guys a few minutes to let everybody get in. I'm also trying to get myself acquainted with this live thing. This is not my strong suit. It's Brad with Techbuds-Solutions. So it's something that I'm not the most comfortable at, but we're gonna give this a shot. I know a lot of you have been requesting that I do this, so whatever. We'll give it a shot again and see how we like it. So just letting everybody come in here. I'm actually kind of gonna fiddle around a little bit to see about like chats and all that stuff. I want to be able to talk to you guys. So let's see here. All right. Hey, I actually can see you guys talking. This is awesome. All right. Awesome. Cool. So can't repeat that, but that's awesome. That's really cool. So yeah, can you guys still hear me? Okay. All right. So, what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight was a potential runner that I see in the making. It's already started running, and that is the ticker symbol HRRN. I know a lot of us got in on Friday when I called it out at 0016. And I kind of wanted to break that down a little bit and kind of go into a little bit more detail as to like why I saw potential in it and why I still see potential in it. So I'm gonna try to share my screen here with you guys. Just give me a moment here. Screen share. All right, so this looks familiar. I hope that this is all working out. FVRD, yeah, that's my baby. All right, so let's see here. So what I always do in any one of my videos, right? I always show you iHub, and iHub is definitely a good resource to use when you are trying to research some OTCs, especially when it comes to news, because sometimes the news isn't quite as public as we'd like it to be. So we have a great network here of other, like-minded traders that are trading on the OTC that we can kind of get into contact with that may or may not. Sometimes they're not the most reliable thing, which is why we all do our own due diligence. And so this is just basically a starting point. And HRRN came out to me on Friday, and the reason why was because they are going through a change within the company. They used to be HE5, I believe it was. Let me confirm that. Yeah, HE5 resources. But as you can see here, they're now Fans Frenzy. And this is what caused it to run on Friday. It ran all the way up to like 4 or 5, I believe it was, on Monday, yesterday. And I think that it's going to continue to run because it hasn't officially announced the name change or the ticker symbol change. We were only able to figure out that Fans Frenzy was officially going to be showing up as the name change by somebody sharing basically their findings on TD Ameritrade app. And as you can see here, look, HRRN, sorry, is Fans Frenzy now, and this is on their TD Ameritrade app. This is just kind of like those quirky things that you find with OTCs when you're trying to figure out rumors or news to find out if it's true or not. Sometimes it just happens this way. And so I went further into that. Fans Frenzy, here it is. It's a website. It's a sports website, sports related. You can do like games and whatever else. And apparently there's some big names coming down the pipe. We don't know of that for sure, but there's a lot of rumors and speculation going on around it. And so, a lot of what you can do when it comes to trading OTCs is trading on the hype, right? We did that with SWHI. We didn't know exactly what was going to happen as the end result at SWHI, but a lot of us got into it. A lot of us made a lot of money playing the hype. And so this could potentially be that, or this could be more than that. I have reason to believe that this might be more than just, a hype play. I think there's more to it. I think we have more news and more, things to come, especially when it comes to ticker symbol changes and stuff like that, because HRRN doesn't really make a whole lot of sense with the company name. A lot of other companies like to make it at least make some sort of sense. I tried looking it up through OTC markets to see if we could find anything there. Wasn't much other than share structure stuff, which the share structure was pretty decent in my opinion, which, again, was why I was able to call that out on Friday. Um, and so that's why I think that this is going to continue to run. I think we still are in the beginning stages of this particular stock, and that, yeah, it was down today, but it's whack a stock Tuesday, as we call it, right? I mean, everything was down. My whole watch list kind of just went to crap today. So here is why I think this might be the next, runner in a nutshell. And let me switch back here. Bear with me. All right. So here I am. And I'd love to check your guys' questions out here. See if I can answer some for you. So somebody says, I still like SWHI even though it doesn't like me. Yeah. I can appreciate that. There's certain things, certain stocks or whatever that you might still see value in, and sometimes, I might not have it right, which is why it's important for you to always, invest in what you only see value in, and stick with it. Stick with the plan that you had out in the first place. Another question, a huge question I always get all the time is that this ticker's not coming up on Robinhood. Guys, you got to understand that Robinhood. Doesn't trade OTCs, period. And honestly, I think Robinhood sucks. I have a whole video on why I think Robinhood's terrible. And, commissions, they might be terrible too, but you get what you pay for. And when it comes to like platforms such as TD Ameritrade and E-Trade, they give you great technical analysis tools. If that's more of your speed and stuff like that, a lot more resources when you're paying for a service versus something like Robinhood. Let's see here. I was wondering why the market was so red today. Yeah, we have like a running joke that, and it seems to always run true. I don't think there's any real science behind it, but Tuesdays always seems to be like the worst day of the week, and I don't know why. Fridays are always kind of iffy as far as volume goes, because I guess everybody's kind of like, oh, I'm ready for the weekend. I don't feel like trading today. But Tuesdays, for whatever reason, just seems to be a terrible day. And it is what it is. It's just one of those things it's one of those superstitions, I guess. LIEGF. I don't know anything about that one. I'd have to check that out. So let's see if there's any other questions I can answer for you. Wax your eyebrows. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not waxing my eyebrows. I know I got some Joe Flacco eyebrows going on, but that's all right. Let's see here. Not much else in the way of questions. Anybody else got? Oh, here we go. Trying to learn to understand your strategies and how you find news and information. So I use a particular scanning resource, and it's called equityfeed.com. I'm actually working with Ricky, believe it or not, on a scanning tool for us to use as a group. He's talking with developers on something like that. And also, I really want to develop a platform like iHub for TechBuds. I think iHub is great. I think it's an excellent tool when it comes to networking with other individuals that are trading OTCs within the market. iHub's been around a long time, have a huge following, but I think that we can do better. iHub looks like MySpace. To be honest with you, the app crashes all the time. It drives me crazy. So, if there is anything that you guys are experiencing within iHub that maybe we can improve upon, I'm definitely all ears about that. We're in the very beginning stages of talking about, making some kind of platform that can compete with iHub so that we can, bring people from iHub to us. Because, I think that what we have going is a better networking. We're really close knit, and we're always more than willing to help each other out. And I feel like there's a lot of bashing and whatever else that goes on in iHub that it's just not necessary. So I think something like that would be really great for our team and for TechBuds as a whole. Okay, so can you explain OTC in a nutshell? Chance is asking that. So yeah, Chance. So OTC is over the counter or pink sheet stocks. There are stocks that you can't trade on the three major markets, such as NASDAQ, Dow, S&P 500. You're not going to be able to find it on Robinhood. You're not going to be able to find it on the smaller trading platforms. Fidelity usually doesn't have OTCs that you can trade either. Every once in a while they will, but for the most part they don't either. Um, let's see. Yeah, iHub's terrible. I get that all the time. Um, sorry, I have a roommate. What's up with EHVFF? EHVFF, guys, I called this out last week just to kind of say, hey, this might be something we might want to consider watching. I don't think that, it may be something that breaks out this week or next week, but I think it's something that has a lot of potential. I've done a lot of due diligence on it. They're, a medical company. They deal with marijuana, which I know is something that I don't really particularly get into, but from what I understand, Canada is going to be legalizing it all across the board. The entire nation is going to legalize weed across the board, and EHVVF is kind of one of the leaders in that. They've partnered with Leaf. If you're familiar with that ticker, they've partnered with a lot of other companies in the medical world, and they just had some new investors that were also the founders of Bed Bath and Beyond. So you got some big people at play here, and I think all it's going to take is some recognition, some volume before people start to realize what kind of company this actually is, especially when everything becomes legal up there. I can't. Oh god. All right, what else do we got going on, guys? Hey Kyle, what's going on, man? Good to see you again. All right. So it looks like, for the most part, other than some pretty comical comments, which I always appreciate, that we're all set. Oh, somebody real quick. Somebody asked, "Do you use level 2 when trading OTC?" Absolutely, absolutely use level 2 when trading OTC. I actually have a level 2 video that you can go ahead and check out on how to read it, why there's level 2, what market makers are, and that sort of thing. And so level 2 is very important when it comes to assessing volume. If there's big buying coming in on something, if there's a huge wall on the ask, that'll depend on it'll indicate. It may indicate where if the stock's going to continue running, or if it's just going to stop right flat on its face right there at the ask. So yeah, level 2 is a huge tool that we use within the OTC world. A lot of people talking about FVRD, guys. It's something that I strongly believe in still. It's a long hold for me. Those of you who follow me within Discord know that I'm a pretty big swing trader, and that I'll stay in something for a while as long as I still see the potential for it. Unless it's something like SWHI, that feel like that was kind of like a flash in the pan. I was in that a couple days, in and out, some quick money, and worked out for a lot of us. How much does float come into play with OTCs? These are some awesome questions. I really wish that I would get these all the time, other than the fact, what is OTC? I get that all the time. But float comes into play with OTCs a lot. I actually shared a video on dilution and what that meant for OTCs. So the lower the float, the easier the stock's going to move. The less buyers have to come into it to send it, through the roof, right? So if you have a higher float, that means that there's higher authorized shares and outstanding shares, and that people can get into, it takes a lot more buying power to get a stock to move. Good example of that is BVTK. I always talk about how BVTK is a big old bloated pig when it comes to OTCs, even though there's a lot of people that see potential in it, which is fine, but it's going to take a lot of buying power to move something like that. And with my trading style, I like to try to find something with a lower float that moves much easier than something like BVTK. All right. Can you hit my buy and sell button? We always joke about that within our group. Guys, if you're new and you haven't been within my chat group within Discord. At the end of this video, once I upload it, I'll put a link that basically it's a video that outlays everything you need to know about Techbuds-Solutions, who we are, and how you can get access to our Facebook group as well as our Discord chat group. You can come and join my chat, and we can talk about OTCs all you want. All right, so guys, with that, I think I'm going to cut it off here. I hope that this was helpful for you. This, I think, wasn't too bad, you know, for my first live video in a while. You guys kind of have to give me some feedback on this. I'm not sure if it's something that you are looking forward to. I can do this on a weekly basis, or I can do this every so often, however you guys see fit. I just thought maybe it would be a cool way to just interact with y'all, you know, in real time. I was in a voice chat with you guys last night a little bit, just within a Discord chat group, and you guys seem to be pretty open to it. So thought I'd hop on and see how it would go. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. I appreciate you tuning in. I will see y'all tomorrow in the AM, and B Smith is out.